Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing my out-of-box review for the HG Iron-Blooded Orphans Hyakuri. This is a really cool mobile suit. I really quite like the design. I know it's not really for everyone. Some people are either really into it or really not. I really quite like its uniqueness, not only just its unique color scheme, but just a very, very unique design, as you can see here. I have chosen to display it here in its flight form, just because that's how it first appeared in the anime. So that's how I've got it. Instead of transforming it later, I figured just start it off in its flight form. So let me get this going around and show that to you guys. Basically just the arms are rotated up inside this backpack thing here. I'll show you a little bit more about that here in a minute, but I think you guys probably have already seen a little bit about this mobile suit, so you probably know about that already. Anyway, just a big thank you once again to MindFenix Hobby Store. If you guys are located in Australia, please check them out. They provided me with this kit to share with you guys, so I gotta say a big thank you to them. I'm really happy with this kit. This kit does have some bad seam lines, but really that's really my biggest complaint about it. It's a really thin mobile suit, so in all honesty I was a little bit nervous that this was going to be very similar to the Reconquista NG Elf Bullock kit, and in some ways it is, and it's kind of in the disappointing ways in the fact that, especially on the limbs, it does have quite a lot of seam lines that you're going to have to get rid of, compared to like the Greys and the Barbatos, which had quite few seam lines on them. So this one, in terms of the amount of work that you're going to have to do on it, this is probably the most compared to the previous kits from the line, but you know, it's really not all that bad. It's just a minor complaint that I can make about it, really. Otherwise, it's a really, really nice kit. Works really well, does everything you need it to do, and it comes with this base, which you see it on now. So the base is something that I will talk a little bit about, though, as something that I think could have maybe been improved a little bit. It's nice that we got it. It's nice that the base was included with this, and it definitely needs it. Obviously this kit is definitely not going to stand on its own. Its feet are tiny and that backpack is huge. There's just no way. I even tried it, even like with the kit like bending forward a lot, and like its knees bent, like crouching down and like bending forward all the way, like the backpack like almost vertical, and it was like still falling backwards. So yeah, it's just not going to happen. So you definitely need a base, and you do have a few different options what you can do with this. So let's just go ahead and maybe skip talking about articulation for the moment and just talk about the accessories. I'll just show you what we've got here. As you can see now, the base is plugged in under the crotch like normal, but we do have a different connection piece here. This one, one thing that's nicer about this than the Reconquista and G kit is that this connection piece is a little bit more attractive rather than just like a big gray block. This one's nice and simple. This one plugs, see, even with the base it's still back heavy. This one plugs underneath here like that, so you can plug it up underneath there. The problem with this is, and I'll show you this here quickly, is that when you're using this, that makes the kit like just barely, like, see, you can't put it in its flight form like this. If you want to have the mobile suit just standing up, so we'll open its feet back up. If you want to have the kit just standing, then this connection piece is great, because it's like just the right height for that. And sorry, I'll adjust the focus there for you. It's like just the right height for that, but if you want to have it flying, this connection piece is like the stand that is just not tall enough. Now you can adjust this, but basically the only adjustment you can make, you can't adjust this whole part, the angle of that, only this connection part. But if you adjust this up anymore, then that's too extreme of an angle, and the kit's like flying up like that. It's also not going to work. Then you run into balance issues because it wants to fall off to one side. So the kit is nice, though it is, I mean, not the kit, the stand is not perfect, though. I think you will be better off with maybe just getting a 1/144 scale action base 2 for this. Works pretty well under the crotch, but as you can see, it still can be kind of back heavy like this, so just have to be a little bit careful with that. Other accessories we get are these two rifles, and they're both exactly the same here. And these are also going to transform a little bit. I'll show you that here in a moment as well. But pretty nice, very simple. They sort of fit with the design of the kit, is that they're just really simple and slim. And then we also have these two other small little connection pieces, which are for attaching the kind of shields. Parts of the backpack can attach onto the arm, sort of as shields. So let me go ahead and show you about that here. Let's take a closer look at the kit first. I'll just point out some of the things here about that. I really like the head design. It's really unique. Sometimes unique works, sometimes it doesn't work. In this case it works pretty well. Head can go up nice and far like that inside this backpack part. You can take this whole backpack part off, but the points where it connects are just ugly. They don't really look like anything without the backpack, so you kind of have to have the backpack on this. Otherwise you'll have to do some pretty heavy modifications to make it look good without the backpack. These pipings here, the white parts there in the center, are pretty nice, because if we can see without that ball joint coming off, when you rotate the waist, you can see those will move a little bit. Hopefully you can see that that white part will move kind of side to side to match that movement. So it's cool. It's not perfect, as you can see. Like when they come out, then sometimes if you don't have it lined up right, it won't go back in well. That ball joint at the waist is, as you can see, mine's already getting kind of weak, and that's just because of the weight of the backpack, I think. So just a little bit cautious about that. Like I said, just make sure that everything's supported well when you have it displayed. And then here in the waist too, in the hips, this is pretty interesting how we have this like mechanical detail here with this part. Basically what this is the leg has a ball joint like normal, but then this extra piece is just plugs onto a peg here. So we have the peg, and then this one plugs onto there, and then we plug the leg onto this ball joint here. Now this is a cool detail, but see, this piston is too short and it doesn't plug into anything. It just goes into that space. So when you have the leg just straight like that, it looks cool, but if you want to have the leg out, then you're going to see a gap there where that piston is not going into the leg. And then like if you move the leg up, and then it's just kind of free floating down there, it doesn't really work. Of course you can move it with that, but again, if you have the leg angled out too far, then that piston is not going to stay in the leg the way it's supposed to. So again, cool detail. Doesn't work that well, but it's nice that it was included anyway. Legs have a nice double joint there, then with this cool thruster belt out the back. And again, the feet are just super tiny, super small. Some people don't like that detail. I like it. I don't really mind kits with tiny feet, as long as they're able to stand. And like this one, of course, is not going to stand with or without those feet. So I like it. Just, it's a space mobile suit, so flying in space, you know, what do you need feet for? So just tiny feet, I think it works just fine. So stickers on the actual mobile suit, there are very, very few stickers. The only stickers on the actual mobile suit are here on the shoulders, those gray hexagons there on the side of the top of the shoulders of the arms, top of the arms kind of. Those are the only gray stickers there. The rest, if I remember correctly, no, sorry, there are a couple on the arm. I'll point those out when I take the arms out of here. The rest are all here on the backpack. Here in the center, that's a brown sticker and then a gray sticker, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 brown stickers on there. Let's go ahead and take the arms out here. So what this does, fold down, but it doesn't really fold. Those are just, this part's just held in here by friction. There's no actual joint. This is the part that you're going to take off to act as the shield, so I'll just leave that off for the moment to show you that. The arm just rotates down, and that's it. So what you can see here, the white around the elbow, that's stickers. So one sticker on each side, 1, 2, and then the centerpiece, that's a white sticker as well. So 3 white stickers there. What we're going to do with those connection pieces we saw earlier, that is just going to plug into the back of the arm like so. And then we can take this piece, which folded down, and there's a circle there. We can just plug that onto the arm like so, either onto the side or onto the back, and then there you go, you've got a shield there for that arm. So pretty cool, definitely. Let's go ahead and put the other one down. What you can do with the rifles, I'll show you here. Here's just with the arm down and the backpack closed up, just looks like that. It's pretty cool. Another detail quickly just about the backpack, this piece here opens up. And this is where you can plug in the accessory found in the weapon, the option set 2. I'll show you guys that when I review the option set 2, so just so you guys know, that's where you'll plug those in, the weapons you can use for this kit. The rifles, okay. They plug into the hand just very simply, just drop down into the hands. One other complaint I could make about this kit is that, like other Iron-Blooded Orphans kits, it only comes with one set of hands, just the holding hands, that's it, nothing else, nothing more. Disappointing, but they're effective, I suppose. Anyway, they hold the weapons fine. When we want to transform the rifle, what we're going to do is just fold it in half, like so, and it doesn't click or anything. You just, once you've got it folded in half, that's it. And then this part here, this bottom part, opens up like that. So like those two fins just open up, and there you go, then it's transformed. Then we can put this in the hand like we had it, and it's not supposed to fire like that. It's actually, I think it's supposed to be the other way, like that. Supposed to be pointing up, because then when we rotate it around, it'll be pointing forward. So we'll open this back up and rotate this back, and then rotate this out to the side, close that up, and there we go. Then the rifle is out the side like that. So when it's flying in its flight mode, the rifle is sticking out the side and flying along with it too, so it can shoot like that. So that's the gimmick there, and then that's pretty much it for the accessories and what you can do with this kit. Again, just really nice details around on here. Some of the seam lines are going to be these big ones here on the thigh, of course, also just here on the front of the leg, but otherwise, I mean, that's really pretty much it. The arms, there's no seam lines there, everything's separated by parts, but just because of those white stickers there, you will have to do some masking. So I guess I kind of exaggerated maybe a little bit before that the seam lines are a problem in this kit. They're really not too bad, because really the only ones there then I guess are going to be on the thighs and the shins, and both pretty simple, easy areas to do that. But I just kind of wish that maybe they would have engineered this in a way that thigh piece was just like one piece on the front, and then like one piece on the back, one piece on the side, one piece on the inside, something like that. Just 4 brown pieces would have been much easier. But, you know, it's a really cheap, simple HG, so that's just what you're going to have to get. So, but, yeah, I mean, it's got possibilities. So as you can see here, I've got it plugged up under the waist. Again, I think, honestly, for most aerial poses, just having that plugged in under the waist is going to be better. Really plugging it back underneath the backpack, using the connection piece that we have for that, it's really only going to be working out best for you if you just want to have the kit standing. And with a kit like this, like I said, with those tiny feet as well, and it's a space mobile suit, so it looks like it's well, it's supposed to look like it's in space, or it looks best in space, I should say. So I think having it up in poses like this is going to be better. So you probably, in most cases, maybe you're not even going to use that connection piece that you got for this. Cool thing about this base though as well is that it has all of those connection points in the bottom of the base, so like if you wanted to use some sort of effect parts with this, this kit doesn't really have like funnels or anything, but if you wanted to utilize that in some way, you know, that's an option. I guess it's not very hard to just drill holes into an action base, but I do quite like this base, and I wish they included this in a lot more kits, because it's cool that like how the base is included. There's no like runner. It's total, like everything you need is there. Like there's no waste with this base, if you remember from the unboxing, and it's been included with a few other kits as well. I wish the Bandai would just start including this in a lot of their HG kits, and maybe we could see that more so in the future, I hope, but I don't know, we'll have to see. So yeah, I think the design of this kit does limit it a little bit. Like I said, the way that those hips are designed, the legs can't go out very wide, and I mean, just because of the backpack and the way the base, I mean, feel like probably half of this review I've just been talking about how the base works with the mobile suit, when that could really be eliminated by just using an actual action base, and then wouldn't really be an issue at all. But just because it's what's included with this kit, I feel like I kind of have to talk about it, and it's very kind of essential. It's almost like part of the kit, the base anyway, because it's so essential to it. But anyway, I feel like a lot of the just design of it, and it does kind of limit the articulation a little bit, just in terms of like getting something like super dynamic, just because like in the anime, I think that was one of the things, like in the anime so far, I've liked pretty much everything about it, but one thing that I haven't quite liked is that like the fight between the Barbatos and this kit was this mobile suit, the Hyakuri, was almost like too fast. Like they were just moving too fast, I think. The series is very grounded in like its realism, and then when like you have these huge giant spaceships that are like turning on a dime, and these mobile suits that are just like really too fast, I think, for what they appear to be, or it was just kind of jarring a little bit for me. I don't know, but like in this mobile suit, particularly in the anime, was very agile, and the kit, although you're able to get some really nice poses out of this, it's really not the most like versatile in its different kind of dynamic poses that you can do with it. I guess that's what I want to say, is that the versatility of poses can be a little bit limited, but I mean it's not the worst by any means. It's nitpicking really at this point, and that's because, as you can see here, it's obviously not going to be lacking in poses really. I mean, to say that it's limited in its posability and its articulation, I guess was really not the right thing to say. I don't really know what I was trying to say about that. Just that, I don't know, yeah, just some things about the design. The hydraulics in the legs, the waist, that hydraulic kind of part in the waist section doesn't really line up right. Just those kind of things. That's just what's kind of nitpicking about it. And just as I've been talking quite a bit about how the base doesn't work perfectly, but yeah, like those are all just nitpicking. Otherwise, I mean, as you can see, you can get a lot of really cool poses out of the kit. And it's awesome that you can get a lot of these really cool poses with it, like just out of the box, that you don't need to buy a base. This base isn't perfect, but hey, you've got something that, you know, is going to work pretty well for most of what you're going to want out of this kit, I think. So, again, really just nitpicking. I really like this kit. This kit is totally worth it for me. If I remember correctly, the list price I think was like 1,200 yen. Definitely worth it. It's a really, really awesome kit. Really super unique as well. The head, that backpack, just the design of everything, the arms, the legs are really, really quite unique. The fact that we even get a base is nice. Most kits don't even have that, so that's good. And yeah, ultimately I think you won't be disappointed with this kit. If you like what you've seen of it here, then I think it's definitely worth going out and picking up. So with that, I think that's pretty much just about it. Just about all I can say about this kit. Really, really nice details on the backpack as well, I think. If there was one more thing that I could possibly nitpick about, is that like on the top and bottom of the backpack, there's a lot of really nice fine little details, and really nice. And other areas in like the mobile suit itself, there's not that many details, so that's something I could maybe nitpick about. But just, you could always scribe more on the mobile suit and then it'd match, or just it's really not even a big deal. So just thought I could point that out anyway, just as something. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So if you have any other questions or comments about this kit, leave those down below. Otherwise, I hope this review was helpful in some way. At least you got to see a little bit about the kit, and hopefully you just kind of ignored a lot of my senseless rambling about it. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.